You're watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Hello, and welcome to Cable Quiz, the academic game show that challenges Germantown High School's brightest students. I'm your moderator, Rodney Mckinner. Cable Quiz consists of 4 3-member teams that will test their knowledge on a variety of subjects. During each game, a red team and a white team will go head-to-head in this single elimination tournament. For this week, the white team members are Saba Rohani, Nikhil Salian, and Long Truong. Saba Rohani is a senior this year. He is a member of French Club, Mu Alpha Theta, Rho Kappa, and Best Buddies. He also plays soccer. His spare time is spent reading and working out. Senior Nikhil Salian is a member of Best Buddies and the Science Honor Society. He is also involved in soccer and swimming. Junior Long Truong is a member of Model UN Band and Junior Classical League. In his spare time, he likes to write music. For this week, the red team members are Lance Tanui, Pranoy Lankapelli, and Galvin Alvarado. Lance Tanui is a freshman at Germantown High School. He plays in the band and is also involved in debate and mock trial. He is one of the 7 Tennessee Tobacco Teen ambassadors. Freshman Pranoy Lankapelli is a member of the French Club, Chess Club, and Varsity Band. He is also involved in Boy Scouts and plays tennis. His spare time is spent reading and playing the piano and saxophone. Galvin Alvarado is a junior this school year. He is a member of the Beta Club, Rho Kappa, Spanish Honor Society, and Triumph Music Honor Society. In his spare time, he likes to watch the news. Now, let's take time to review the Cable Quiz rules.
Contestants compete for toss-up and bonus questions. Toss-up questions are up for grabs and teams may not confer. Buzz in first, and you've got 5 seconds to answer. If you're wrong, members of the other team get a chance. But if you're right, your team gets 5 points and a bonus question. Teams work together on the bonus questions to come up with an answer. Got the right answer, your team gets 10 more points. Points are never deducted for incorrect answers. Towards the end of the game, there is a 3-minute lightning round, in which every question is a 5-point toss-up. No bonus questions, no conferring. The team with the most points at the end of the lightning round wins.
In the case of a discrepancy, we will consult with our panel of judges, which today consists of Jordan Bernardini and Mallory Kinney. Now, let's begin our first round of competition. Remember, this round ends after 18 minutes. Timekeeper, please start the clock. Good luck to both teams. Now for our first question. Moderate sun tanning helps to prevent subsequent sunburn because it increases the amount of what dark pigment in the skin? Red team?
Melanin?
That is correct. You get a bonus question. These islands are on which of the world's Great Plates? Dominica, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, and Jamaica. The correct answer was the Caribbean plate. Moving on to the next question. What is another term for pertussis? A kind of cough with a name. I'm sorry, but you have to let me finish the question before you answer. What is another term for pertussis? A kind of cough with a name reminiscent of an endangered, large, long-legged bird. White team?
Whooping cough?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. What figure of speech did Winston Churchill use in this line? From Stettin in the Baltic to Trieste in the Adriatic, an iron curtain has descended across the continent. The correct answer was metaphor. Moving on to the next question. While a profitable company is said to be in the black, what similar idiom means that a company is losing money? Red team?
In the red?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. In a courtroom, in response to the former charge of a crime, the accused person is given the choice of answering with guilty or not guilty. What is this response called?
What is this response called? A plea? What?
That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. In 1776, the Liberty Bell rang out across Philadelphia to summon local citizens to the first public reading of what document? Red team?
The Constitution.
That is not the answer that we're looking for. White team, do you have an answer?
Declaration of Independence.
That is the answer that we're looking for. You get a bonus question. Name the process encompassing the mechanical and chemical breakdown of food into components that are readily absorbed into the bloodstream.
Digestion.
That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. In 2014, militant members of what organization in the Gaza Strip fired hundreds of rockets into Israel? White team?
ISIS.
That is not the correct answer. Red team, do you have an answer?
Jeez, I can't think of the name. Nah.
The correct answer was the Hamas. Now let's take a moment to update our score. The teams are both tied with a score of 20 points. Moving on to the next question. This is a math question, so please prepare your pencils and paper. How many grams of solute are there in 200 grams of a 20% saline solution? White team?
20 grams.
That is the incorrect answer. Red team, do you have an answer?
40?
That is the answer that we're looking for. You get a bonus question. What kind of traditional singing that originated in the European Alps was used to communicate between villages or by herders to call their stock?
Yodeling.
That is correct. Moving on to the next question. These sunken vessels were all what kind of ships? Yamato, Prince of Wales, Hood, and Arizona. White team?
Viking ships.
That is not the answer that we're looking for. Red team?
Destroyers?
That is also not the answer that we're looking for. The correct answer was battleships. Moving on to the next question. In the same year that Aaron Burr killed Alexander Hamilton, who was crowned as the Emperor of the French? White team?
Napoleon.
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. In the novel, Sarah, Plain and Tall, Sarah comes from and is homesick for her East Coast home state. Name it.
East Coast home state.
Pennsylvania.
That is not the correct answer. The correct answer was Maine. Moving on to the next question. What adjective indicates a polygon with at least one of its interior angles not equal to the others?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. What adjective indicates a polygon with at least one of its interior angles not equal to the others? White team?
Irregular?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. What kind of mining requires the removal of the overburden from a large area to expose an underground body of coal or ore?
It's what they do. It's I think they break the earth. Jason, we should never
Fracking?
Yeah.
Fracking.
The correct answer was strip mining. Moving on. What color has come to be associated with social democracy, socialism? I'm sorry, but you have to let me finish the question. What color has come to be associated with social democracy, socialism, and communism? White team?
Red.
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. What two Caribbean islands became U.S. territories as a result of the Treaty of Paris, ending the Spanish-American War?
Puerto Rico and Guam. Yeah.
Puerto Rico and Guam.
Incorrect. The Puerto Rico was one of the answers, but the other answer was Cuba. Now let's take a moment to update the score. Both teams are tied with a score of 35 points. Moving on to the next question. With a name slightly reminiscent of the first planet from the sun, what 12-point scale is used for measuring earthquake intensity? White team?
Seismograph?
Incorrect. Red team, do you have an answer?
Mercurial?
Incorrect. The correct answer was the Mercalli scale. Moving on to the next question. What term for any flat surface of a gemstone also indicates one of the visual units in an insect's compound eye? Red team.
Is it a facet?
That is the answer that we're looking for. You get a bonus question. During what period in European history did warriors use weapons such as these? Morning star, warhammer, longbow, crossbow, bow, catapult, and pike.
The Middle Ages?
That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. In the mid-18th century, New France extended from Hudson Bay in the north to what body of water in the south? Red team?
Is it the Gulf of Mexico?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. What kind of thermal energy comes from the original formation of the planet and from the tremendous pressure and ongoing radioactive decay of minerals within the planet?
That's too much for me. I can't think of it.
The correct answer was geothermal energy. Moving on to the next question. What form of logic determines the truth about specific examples using a broad, general rule?
Deductionism?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. What word is missing in these idioms? Worth one's blank, the blank of the earth, take something with a grain of blank.
Salt.
That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. What enormous dam that backs up the waters of the Yangtze River was completed in 2012? White team, do you have an answer?
Shanghai Dam?
That is the incorrect answer. The correct answer was the Three Gorges Dam. Now let's take a moment to update our score. The red team is in the lead with 55 points, but the white team is close behind with a score of 50 points. Moving on to the next question. How should this misstated proverb end? You are biting the hand that rocks the cradle. White team?
You're biting the hand that feeds you?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. Members of John Cabot's expedition were the first Europeans to set foot in North America, since what other group of voyagers did so a half a millennium earlier?
Vikings.
That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. What deadly monster associated with life or death riddles is featured in the story of Oedipus? Red team?
The Sphinx.
That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. I'm sorry, you get a bonus question. A gold doubloon sinks to the bottom of the sea because what property of gold exceeds that of salt water?
Density. Density, right?
Can you speak up?
Density.
That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. What enormous body of water is immediately south of the country whose capital is Colombo? Red team?
The Indian Ocean?
That is the answer that we're looking for. You get a bonus question. While heliotropism is the growth or orientation of plant parts towards the sun, phototropism is the orientation of plant parts towards what?
Light. Light.
That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. Rocket Boy is an anagram for what biographical film about a coal miner's son who eventually becomes a NASA engineer? The correct answer was October Sky. Moving on to the next question. What kind of living cell can be excited by electricity and can transmit information through electrochemical signals? White team?
Neurons.
That is the answer that we're looking for. You get a bonus question. Name the thinnest part of the atmosphere, which can be viewed only during a total eclipse of the sun.
Sorry, I didn't mean to buzz. Stratosphere?
That is incorrect. The correct answer was corona. Moving on to the next question. Name the statue of the Greek god Helios, built around 280 BC on the island of Rhodes. White team?
The Colossus?
That is the answer that we're looking for. You get a bonus question. Name this Confederate general whose bombardment of Fort Sumter sparked the outbreak of the Civil War.
Robert E. Lee? I feel like
Sherman.
Sherman.
That is not the answer. The correct answer was PGT Beauregard. Now let's take a moment to update our score. The red team is still in the lead with a score of 85 points, but the white team is behind with 75 points. Moving on to the next question. What metallic element is named for the Norse god of thunder? Red team?
Thorium?
That is the answer that we're looking for. You get a bonus question. Currently the CEO of Aftermath Entertainment, what rapper is best known for his solo debut album, The Chronic?
Say it. Nah.
The correct answer was Dr. Dre. Moving on to the next question. The protagonist of The Once and Future King, where he ages backwards, and The Sword in the Stone, this is what friend and counselor to King Arthur, the court sorcerer? White team?
Merlin?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. Two men, Bill and Sam, kidnap a boy and intend to hold him for ransom. The lad turns out to be a horrible brat, and Bill and Sam are forced to pay the boy's father to take him off their hands. Name this book.
Isn't this Ophiel too?
It's like Robert Henry. It's written by him. It's like
The correct answer was The Ransom of Red Chief. Moving on to the next question. In 1984, the Justice League dropped most of its well-known members and used a low-wattage lineup of heroes like Vibe, Steel, and Vixen, who were based out of this real-life industrial city. Red team?
Detroit?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. Emanuel Leutze painted what painting depicting a famous event of the American Revolution, which occurred prior to the Battle of Trenton?
The crossing of the...
Crossing of the Delaware River?
That is the answer that we're looking for. Moving on to the next question. In 1669, while in prison for a short time in the Tower of London, he wrote No Cross, No Crown. Name this famous Quaker. Red team?
William Penn?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. Who completed a collection in 1840 titled A Picture Book Without Pictures?
I don't know. Pass.
Well, the correct answer was Hans Christian Andersen. Moving on to the next question. This musical work, Opus 49, was created for the dedication of the Church of Christ, the Savior in Moscow in 1882, 70 years after the Russian victory over Napoleon. Name this overture. White team?
William Tell?
That is the incorrect answer. Red team, do you have an answer?
We do not.
Well, the correct answer was the 1812 overture. Moving on to the next question. Come On, Let's Go, Donna, and La Bamba were a few of the hits this rock and roller had in his short career. I'm sorry, but you have to let me finish the question. Come On, Let's Go, Donna, and La Bamba were a few of the hits this rock and roller had in his short career. before it ended in a plane crash with Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper? White team?
Ricky, Ricky. His name is Ricky.
Do you have an answer?
His name is Ricky. I can't think of his last name.
I'm sorry, that is the incorrect answer. Red team, do you have an answer?
Begins with an M. The last name begins with an M.
Is that the only answer that you have?
No, we do not have an answer.
The correct answer was Richie Valens. This famous work of literature is still read by millions across the globe. This book by Sun Tzu documents how armies should fight and gather information. Red team?
The Art of War?
That is the correct answer. You get a bonus question. In the late 18th century, these slaves revolted and won independence. Identify this island on which Columbus first landed in 1492, the home of Haiti and the Dominican Republic.
Hispaniola?
Hispaniola is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. And that bell means the first part of the game is now over. The red team is currently ahead of the white team by a score of 125 to 80. But when we come back, our fast and furious 3-minute lightning round will determine who moves on to the Cable Quiz Finals. Please stay with us.
It's the one time of year when the bargains come to you. Germantown High School Television's Auction 2018, right here on GHS-TV.org. Bid on great items like theater tickets, restaurant gift certificates, artist prints, and much more. Online bidding begins April 14th, and be sure to tune into the live broadcast hosted by members of the community, alumni, and students. Saturday, April 28th from 2 to 5 p.m. on GHS-TV.org. All proceeds benefit GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student TV station. Bid online and don't miss your chance to win.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
You're watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Welcome back to Cable Quiz. I'm your moderator, Rodney Mckinner. Today we have the red team, consisting of Lance Tanui, Pernod Lancapelli, and Gavin Alvarado, competing against the white team, made up of Saba Rohani, Nikhil Salion, and Long Trong. Now, before the lightning round, let's take a moment to talk about what happens to our contestants after Cable Quiz is completed. Our faculty sponsors will select permanent members of the Germantown High School academic team from the Cable Quiz contestants. Members are eligible for Knowledge Bowl. Winners in Knowledge Bowl are awarded savings bonds or scholarship money as they advance through the citywide competition. Once again, let's repeat our score. The red team leads with a score of 125, and the white team has 80 points. Contestants, we will now proceed to the 3-minute lightning round. Every question is worth 5 points. There is no conferring and no bonus points. Timekeeper, will you please start the clock? Now for the first question. Located in the Pacific, name the world's southernmost highly developed country. Red team?
Indonesia.
Incorrect. The correct answer was New Zealand. This desert canine is the nemesis of the Roadrunner. Red team?
The coyote?
That is the correct. Coyote is the correct answer. What U.S. state's name is derived from the Spanish word for mountainous? White team?
Montana.
Montana is the correct answer. What is the biological class of a snake? Red team?
It's a it's reptile.
That is the correct answer. Reptile is the correct answer. What is the natural form of the element helium? White team?
Gas.
Gas is the correct answer. What genre of dance is dancer/choreographer Alvin Ailey most closely related? White team?
Ballet.
That is the correct answer. Ballet is the correct answer. This male pop artist sang songs such as Summer of '69, Let's Make a Night to Remember, and Heaven. Name this artist. Red team?
Bryan Adams?
Bryan Adams is the correct answer. Ratified in 1781, it was the Constitution of the United States until 1789. Red team?
Oh, the Confederation? Articles of Confederation.
Articles of Confederation was the correct answer. He sculpted Head of a Woman for the city of Chicago at 86 in 1967, 30 years after Guernica. Red team?
Picasso.
That is correct. Picasso is the correct answer. What hollow tube consists of 2 layers of smooth muscle? White team?
Leg.
I'm sorry, but esophagus was the correct answer. Daughter of Zeus and Dion, she is the Greek goddess of fertility and love. White team?
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite is the correct answer. What team defeated Pittsburgh in the first World Series? White team?
Chicago.
The Boston Red Sox was the correct answer. Moving on. Name this city with a population of about 3 million people that serves as the legislative capital of South Africa. White team?
Johannesburg.
Incorrect. Cape Town was the correct answer. These organelles are roughly spherical and, simply put, are the protein synthesizing machines of the cells. White team?
Ribosomes.
Ribosomes is the correct answer. In H.G. Wells' novel, The Invisible Man, what is the Invisible Man's name? White team?
Brian.
Incorrect. Griffin was the correct answer. Space sickness is experienced by about half of the astronauts as they adapt to what condition? Red
Zero
team?
gravity.
What was your answer?
Zero gravity.
Incorrect. Weightlessness was the correct answer. But that bell means the lightning round is now over, and this edition of Cable Quiz has come to an end. The final score shows the red team victorious over the white team by the score of 150 to 105. That means the red team will advance to our final round of competition. Congratulations! If you would like more information about this or any other show on GHS-TV, please visit our website at ghstv.org. I'm Rodney Mckinner. From all of us here at GHS-TV, Germantown High School Television, thanks for watching. And we hope to see you again next week for another edition of Cable Quiz.